Hey guys, today's Saturday, July the 8th of 2023. I want to do a quick update. It's going to be short and brief and simple on natural gas. So without any further delay, let's get into it. What can we see? Big picture, monthly MACD crossover. The monthly candles are positive, although red. The trend is still down. See, we hit the point of control at 278 on the monthly. And we move on to the weekly. You can see that we're getting a nice little pullback. The trend is still up. Hikanashi candles, although this one looks like it wants to turn. Other thing that's concerning is the MACD. Looks like it's about to cross over. It hasn't done it yet, but it looks like it wants to. So you gotta keep an eye on that. Mobile bands are positive. That's green, so that's good. You're above the 20 SMA on the weekly. Could it pull back for a couple of weeks? It can. There's nothing wrong with that. As you can see here, we had 1, 2, maybe 3 weeks as a pullback correction, and then it pushed higher. So that's possible if that's patterns playing out. Although this one is a little more uglier, pushed even lower. And we also know that July is typically weak, and then August, September, October starts getting momentum. So keep that in mind. Looking at the daily, we got a PPS sell signal. We're battling and kissing the 20 SMA. You got the value area high of 254. So right now it's kind of finding support there. There's another level here you want to keep an eye on, 248. But if it wants to push lower, you're going to have to kiss the 50 SMA, the 100. And if you want to ask what's the best entry, I think this area right here would be really nice. That 232, you got the linear regression channel, you got the point of control right here, this blue line. That's around 232, 231. So anywhere between I guess dealing with the 50, 240 all the way to 231. This would be a nice little area if it ever gets down there to get a nice little maybe support. And put your stop below just in case, it really wants to flush and test, $2 or whatever. You never know, but just always put your stop just in case you get wrong. And maybe find support and bounce up from there. Another thing that's concerning, the MACD hasn't been positive. I'm looking for this to happen on the daily. So if you want to scalp or do a little swing trade, like a move like that. But so far, there's no indicator on the daily telling us to go long as of right now. It was actually as of 628. It was telling us, be careful. As you can see, it played out. The statistical calendar was telling us that this is the week that just passed that you don't make any money to the long side. And so far, it played out. Interesting. Very interesting. Looking at our market profile, as you can see, we're above the VWAP. That's good. Now we're below the value area highs. And you can see that the trend has changed, so it's a correction, and there is support here. You got the this area right here. So it pulls back in. There's also, let's see, pivots. You see there's a pivot right there. So there's some key support here coming in. So we'll see how that's going to play out. I also believe there's like a 50% coming in also. Not from that angle. Let's see. Yep, so there's a 50% right here, which is a 248. We haven't gone down there yet, so you got to just keep it on your radar. But other than that, just a healthy correction. As like these corrections like that. Well, this is a little more. This one is extreme. I'm not hoping for that, but if it's something like this, that's typical. So you could do the what I call the measured move. Where's that at? And I did that on my other video where you could kind of see, let's see. So this was going to be too fast for a big drop to go down here, but there's a target here. What is that? 231, 33. Yeah, so it's possible it could go there. Regards to timing, it says, the 11th, which could happen if it's really going to get to Momo. But that's a good key area. 238, anywhere around there. It continues pushing down for next week. We don't know yet. And then you got the VWAP here. So there's a lot of support if it really goes on this. So that would be the area where I would probably dip my toes in again if I was to go long. And then see how it's going. But so far, this is the swing high. And I've been already ahead of the game. You know, it's trying to see where the puck is going. And this is the area I'm eyeballing right here. Let's go into our midpoint chart and just kind of wrap it up today. As you can see, this is a key level I've been showing you guys in my videos. The 275, 274. We popped up here. Let's see if I can open this up. Failed it here, and now we went sideways, pushed a little lower. So now you're below the 266. That's going to be a key level for next week, actually. So targets to the downside, it was going to continue to, that's the low, 253, 247, and then 240. You got to close above 266 for anything bullish. And for the daily, for Monday, actually what I just showed you was for the whole week. So these targets here is for next week. For the whole week, support for next week. If it goes below 240, then that's going to be even uglier. But it's going to be actually 231, 233 around there. This one is just for Monday only, 250 and 247. And this was the low, 254 of Friday. And you got to get above 261, which is the midpoint. Now looking for the month, you can see that we are at, support would be 250. So if it gets pushing lower, let's see if this is going to hold. If that doesn't hold, next level will be 235. So yeah, between 230 and 235, this whole area right here, this is where you want to dip your toe because you got the linear regression channels pointing up. You got, midpoints. You got a lot of stuff here. If ever pushes, if none of these hold, then this area will be an area to accumulate. And if that doesn't hold, then watch out. We're going to go test maybe 194. But we also know that, July is weak, is the lowest of the seasonality. But, we also know that the weekly cycle is up. And on July, the daily cycle peaks somewhere around, towards the end of the month. I think that's it. I don't want to make this video too long. So hopefully, you made some money this week on that, guys. And let's see how next week goes and see how that happens. Wow, it's early over here. It's like 5:30 in the morning, crack of dawn. Well, good trading. And I'll keep you posted on my thoughts on natural gas.